Hello there. Disney buying Fortnite? What is going on, everybody? We've got a ton to talk about. Last night, this epic news bomb dropped. Disney is investing $1.5 billion into Epic Games, which is the company that makes Fortnite. And they're going to be working with them to basically create an expansive and open games and entertainment universe that's also connected to Fortnite. So, really interesting stuff. Now, I don't know how many of my viewers actually play Fortnite. I've got kids, so I definitely hear all about Fortnite all the time. I've played it once or twice. Might be worth looking into a little bit more. This is a really big deal. So I'm going to read you a little bit from this press release, and I will link it down in the video description below, and we'll talk a little bit about what this looks like, what it might mean. Again, it sounds like it's in the very, very early stages. I mean, there's a lot of red tape that still has to happen. So this isn't even finalized yet, but obviously it's past a certain level of it's not in speculation anymore. It's like if they're ready to announce it to the public like they have, it's certainly moved along and progressed to a point that they feel comfortable talking about it. But this basically means new Star Wars video games, more Marvel video games, more of a expansive universe that's persistent, that will bridge the gap between all of these games. Now, Fortnite kind of did this. Like, Fortnite has been one of those games that reaches out and touches like almost every project that's out there across multiple IPs. It's one of the only times that there's like a Star Trek and Star Wars crossed over in the same game. And it's very, very briefly. There exists at least one Star Trek skin in Fortnite. My kids have showed me before, so I'm like, that's. I don't think it was an officially licensed like Paramount like Star Trek like Wave or anything like that, but it was like somebody in a Star Trek uniform. So it was like a cross thing. It's very loosely done. But there's a lot of other similar crossovers. Like Fortnite has a ton of Marvel skins, but they also have DC skins. So it's kind of like crossing into that area where like Lego has had those type of crossovers, and in one game you could mix and match, the impossible, which is always a very cool thing to do. I always love it when you see like in the Lego movie, they had that little bit where like Batman jumped in the Millennium Falcon with Lando Calrissian, and I'm like, wait a second, how do they manage that? What kind of licensing stuff had to happen to make all those things happen? But it's very, very cool. So I'm like hoping that this means a really good future for collaborative games, and to see IPs sort of mix and match, or at least have the ability to do that within certain environments. There's a ton of those environments teased in this image that came out. So I think it's super exciting. This image kind of gives a lot of different vibes too. I'm going to talk about those in a little bit. So I'm going to read you a little about this press release. Basically it says, I'm reading it now, the Walt Disney Company and Epic Games will collaborate on an all-new games and entertainment universe. A games and entertainment universe. So, and they were careful not to call it a game. I'm very much getting Disney Infinity vibes from this. That will further expand the reach of beloved Disney stories and experiences. Disney will also invest $1.5 billion to acquire an equity stake in Epic Games alongside the multi-year project. The transaction is subject to customary closing conditions, including regulatory approval. So basically, in other words, well, this isn't 100% final yet. It's something they're definitely aiming to do. I think that's pretty exciting. So they're talking about. They said they go on further to say like Disney was one of the first companies to believe in the potential of bringing their worlds together with ours in Fortnite, and they use Unreal Engine across their portfolio," said Tim Sweeney, CEO and founder of Epic Games. "Now we're collaborating on something entirely new to build a persistent, open, and interoperable ecosystem that will bring together the Disney and Fortnite communities." So this isn't just Disney having their own kind of Fortnite. This is something else that will be collaborative with Fortnite. So I'm guessing, this is going to be very much like a cross between maybe some kind of Disney Infinity system, or I'm thinking more like Ready Player One. Let me know in the comments if you've seen Ready Player One, if you know kind of what I'm talking about with this kind of universe that has basically a massive lobby that has different like mini games that you can go into. And so you take your Fortnite skin or your Disney skins or your Disney character skins, your Star Wars skins, your Marvel skins, your Pixar skins, all of these things, and you bring them together. This and decide, oh, I'm gonna go play Wreck-It Ralph as Darth Vader. I'm gonna go and play The Nightmare Before Christmas gosh, let's see, what else do they have licensed to? As Iron Man or something like that. Oh, I'm gonna go play, go do this race in an X-wing, but I'm gonna be Wally, or something like that. So I'm imagining something like that. I like this image because it teases so many things. It definitely, one of the keys here is you're seeing different islands. You're seeing a lot of different islands in this. In the top left, you have a lot of the Disney Plus and Hulu kind of properties. You're seeing a lot of different stuff that's on Disney Plus. You're seeing ESPN there, which I think is very interesting. I wonder if there could be like a sports universe or a sports realm or sports games where you could play like baseball, and I could take like I could take the Empire out, Darth Vader's like pitching, I got stormtroopers in the outfield and doing stuff like that, going up against like Tony Stark and the Avengers, like a real like an ultimate baseball, and ultimately this is very, very, very early in this collaboration process. So the vision from the beginning very, very seldom completely lines up with the finished product, right? So I'm sure this is like the vision to be able to do something like this, to be able to create the world. I think that Ready Player One sort of gave us this online. Hey, let's jack in all of my stuff, all of my loot, all of the items that I have, my character, my profile, all of this is persistent and saved. And so now, like, what world do I want to go and play in today? Oh, I want to go do the Battle of Hoth. Oh, very cool. All right, awesome. Well, come on in the Battle of Hoth. You're going to be Lightning McQueen from Cars, and you're going to race and try not to get stepped on by these AT-AT walkers or something like that. Like, like how are you going to do it, right? And I feel like Ready Player One gave us a lot of that. But it also kind of gives me a lot of Disney Infinity vibes. I don't know if they'll have a physical component with this or whatever. But like Disney Infinity was very creative. It was very, very kind of open in what you could make and what you could do and the things that you could combine, because they had like the Disney Infinity figures for like everything. It's really cool. Really cool. There's definitely a lot of potential. And it also allows the potential for them to kind of dive deeper into specific genres too. Like I would really like to see what happened with Star Wars Squadrons, go deeper and like let's create a much better flight sim that's a lot more customizable and has a lot more depth, because Star Wars Squadrons was a really, really cool game. I would love to see more stuff like that, and I want to see less games that are trying to be everything. Like, so if this is a persistent universe that has little doorways into mini games that you take your same account and go play into those with, and have like persistent loot, persistent rewards, persistent stats, and things like that. Hopefully those games are definitely fine-tuned and polished. I feel like this is also kind of piggybacking off of the success of other engines or universes that are all linked together. One, if you have young children, you're probably familiar with a game called Roblox, or at least I don't even know if you'd call it a game, but a program or a universe called Roblox that is filled with tons and tons and tons and tons of different games within Roblox, and you log in with your account and you're like, oh, I want to go play this game, and this is like a game that's kind of some kind of restaurant simulator, or I want to play this one, and this one is like a planet, and we're all battering, like a Rise of Nations kind of simulator. Like my kids play all kinds of different Roblox things. Like they all love that, and it's like, and it's all community created. And so, but like that format of like, I'm going to have that one account, I log into this one thing, and I've got all these different games available to me, is certainly something that's been done for quite a bit. Blizzard does it. All these different game manufacturers have like their launcher, and that gets you into all of these things. Now, what's interesting about the potential difference here is that I feel like what they're probably going to try and do is going to be a little bit more, where instead of just having a menu, you have like a live lobby, like you would log into in certain games like Fortnite, where you're kind of running around waiting for the next game to start, interacting with people. maybe you pick what island you want to go hang out on until you finally figure out which game you're going to go to, or maybe there's a lobby. You know, I could speculate all day on how it could actually work out. But it's really interesting that they're talking about this being a persistent universe. And I think that's the thing that it really kind of screams that it's going to have like an MMO aspect to it. And I really wonder how this is going to affect existing games. And I want to hear some of your thoughts. Let me know down in the comments section how you think that this initiative by Disney and Epic Games is going to affect existing games, existing game licenses like the Fallen Order licenses. What about the existing MMO, Star Wars The Old Republic? I wonder how long that's going to keep going and with all of this. Will it be tied in? Will it be roped in? Is it too old of an engine to get roped into this? Are they going to bring back something like Disney Infinity and tie that in together? I wonder how it's all going to be working out because they're using Unreal Engine, right? It's very interesting. They talk about, in the article, it talks about deepening the Epic Games and Disney relationship. It goes on to say, Disney and Epic Games have engaged in hundreds of millions of players throughout the Fortnite content integrations, season collaborations, in-game activations, and live events, including the Marvel Nexus War with Galactus, which drew more than 15.3 million concurrent players. Says Unreal Engine is used to produce assets and content across the Disney portfolio, including the development of video games like Kingdom Hearts 3 and Star Wars Jedi Survivor, in cinematic editing and animation for film and streaming, and in the creation of more than 15 Disney park attractions like the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. This all builds on Epic Games' participation in the 2017 Disney Accelerator program, which seeks to impact the future of technology and entertainment. Basically, it sounds like they've been working together for a while. I mean, definitely, if you have kids that play Fortnite, or if you play Fortnite yourself, you look at some of the skins that they have. Look at some of the skins that are available. Like, they've got stuff from different IPs everywhere. So, while people are saying like Disney is buying Epic Games, I don't know if that's. I mean, we're all going to kind of think that's like, it feels certainly like if they're investing $1.5 billion into Epic Games, it seems like that's that's going to give them a lot of creative control, right? I'm not, but I guess, but it sounds like Epic Games will still retain its autonomy, even though they'll be collaborating. I'm pretty sure. I'm curious who will have the loudest voice in that collaboration. It sounds like it'll be Disney, but still, are we still going to see Batman skins in Fortnite? What about the ones that already exist? Are we still going to see competitors to Disney showing up in there? And we're going to get a Tron universe, because I think that could be really exciting. I'm a big Tron fan. I'm looking forward to the next Tron movie. I think that's in the works now, so that's going to be exciting. We've got so many really cool things in this image, too. There's like Wreck-It Ralph. We've got like Pixar going up on there. I guess is this Magic Kingdom in the middle. It kind of looks like the Magic Kingdom, although from a certain point of view, it also looks a little bit like Asgard, but I think it's definitely the Magic Kingdom. We've got Hoth going on back there. We've got X-Wings, TIE Fighters, Y-Wings. We got basically, and I love that they're including the ships and all of this stuff too, which is really groovy. There's just stuff from every IP teased all across this image. So it's really exciting. I'm really looking forward to seeing what comes out of all of this. Disney Cruise Line is even featured here. Like, wait, how does that factor into all of this stuff? Is it kind of like advertising for Disney real world services also? Or maybe there's like a virtual cruise that's meant to be again, this is more of a brainstorming kind of image to give you an idea of kind of some of the stuff that they're thinking about. It doesn't mean that this is what a game is going to look like. It's obviously going to be not even just a game, but a universe that is likely going to be a couple years out. So we'll have to wait and see. But then again, maybe they started working on this a long time ago, and maybe they're a lot closer to release. I don't think so, though. I would give them at least 5 years before we actually see what this project is. But maybe I'm wrong. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section. I can't wait to find out more about this. I think it's very, very interesting, and can't wait to hopefully get the game of my dreams. I'd love to there's certain games I'd really love to see, and I definitely want to be able to like command a Star Destroyer, have some people on guns while everybody else is flying around in like X-wings and Y-wings trying to do bombing runs on my Star Destroyer. You know, like then I want to be able to get like, you know, screw this abandoned ship, and then I want to run down to the bay, get on board a Lambda shuttle, and you know, and with a TIE fighter escort, and like fly away, and you know, like try to like just do all of that stuff. Like I really want a really robust space game, and I'm hoping that they can make that. I'm hoping that can become a reality. This sounds like fun to me. We'll see. Kind of like Sea of Thieves, but Star Wars, right? I think that's the closest thing that I could think of that kind of that represents like really what I'd like to see. Sea of Thieves, but Star Wars. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. I want to thank you all so much. Let me know some of your thoughts down in the comments section below. And don't forget to join our Discord to keep the discussion going there. I will talk to you later. May the Force be with you. Live long and prosper. Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes. And always wash your socks.